Hey guys, this is the Coin Slabber back again, and this is kind of a continuation of another video I posted a couple weeks ago. And I got an order in, and I've got these three painted eagles in. And I said then I was going to try to get the paint off of them. Well, this is this video. As you can see, there's three of them. I was going to all three originally, but after looking, I think I'm going to keep the one that just the burst is painted. The other two, I think both 911, I think I'm going to try to clean those. And I'm not sure if you can tell from the pictures, but they are in pretty rough shape. Some of the paint's missing. They're toned up, so they're not a fine example of a painted eagles. But ultimately, the goal is to pick one of these, probably the best one, or I don't know. And I know they're not going to come back a 70, but to pick one and send it off with our next NGC grading that we send off probably here in a couple months, and see if it comes back with a clean designation. Now, obviously, we don't want that, but this is an experiment. Like I said, probably come back a 69 or possibly 68. But nevertheless, that's our goal, is to see if it comes back cleaned or not. And like we talked before, I'm not a fan of painted coins, especially eagles. Some of the theme coins that are painted, I like those to an extent, but these not so much. And most people don't. I bought these at an online coin auction and got them well worth the money. Especially the two 911 coins. They were cheap for eagles. Yes, they are painted, but still for an eagle, they were cheap, just straight up cheap. So anyway, let's get to it. All right, guys, here we are. We're out in the shop. Basically, what we got is a glass Pyrex dish, just a pan full of regular tap water, using acetone. This comes from a local hardware store. This thing was, I think it's a quart. I think it was $11.50, something like that. Q-tips if we need them. Paper towels. There's our two coins. And wearing gloves for sure. All right, let's get started. All right, here we are back. We've got some acetone in our dish. Let's see what happens. And you can already see it kind of fuzzing up. Looks like it's got a base color, and the design was painted on that base color. Once again, this is not supposed to hurt the coin, and we will see if it will or it won't. I'll take just a little bit to knock that paint off. I'm barely rubbing this across it. We're starting to see a little shiny silver come through. And it is most of the way off. We dropped it, ain't good on it. Most of it is off. It's still got some residue on it. Let's dip it again. I didn't notice the toning. It looks like it is still in there from where the paint wasn't. So let's have a look at it. Still looks kind of, I don't know if it's just the look of the coin or it's kind of turned it frosty, but it still looks like it is got some residue still. Get these corners, I mean, like I'm just barely pressing this Q-tip on it. It's just barely, and I think it's toning. I don't think acetone's going to take it off, which is fine. We're shooting for paint. I got all the painted surface off. Go to our rinse. Let's check it out. We'll be right back. Alright guys, so look under a loop, and I don't think you can tell it in this camera. But there is still some paint residue in the creases. So I think we're going to let it soak again. And see if I can get some of that out, because like I said, I don't think you can see it on the video, but it definitely has some paint left in the very small crevices of this coin. So guys, just be cautious. I did have to replace my gloves. That acetone is eating through these. I don't know if they're latex or what they are. They are pretty heavy gloves, but they are eating through, so be careful there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and soak this one, because you can see our acetone is pretty nasty. So I think I'm going to soak this one and then get clean all together and kind of finish it up. It's pulled out, and we'll dip it in water. It's pretty good. See what we got, and I'm going to dip my gloves as well, because like I said, it is eating them up. Now good a look you can get. It looks pretty good. Let me check it out with a loupe. I can already see some residue left on it, but let me check it out with a loupe. We'll get back with you. All right, we're back. And kind of like the first one, it does have some residue. So I've got some clean acetone, and we're just going to let them soak for a few minutes and see what we got. We can see it in the camera, but this has still got some, I think you can see words right here, and it will not come off. Even some kind of hard scrubbing, and it don't come off. So here's our finished product, and you probably see on the camera there's still some paint in the creases. I don't know. I'll have to look at these closer. Like I said, I still plan on sending one of them just to see if we get that cleaned detail. I mean, that's the goal. I'm sure they'll grade awful because what they went through with the paint stuff, but I'm curious to see if they're going to get come back cleaned. All right, so we'll see what they look like, and we'll figure out which one we're going to send off. It'll be a couple months, but please like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed this video, and remember, don't be afraid. Buy the slab.